the boy only gave the toy plane a light push, but he never expected the little plane to seem almost alive, as it directly pushed the bucket on the ground and moved forward. In that moment he realized the toy plane had come back to life. In order to further confirm what he was thinking, he immediately moved the ladder while the nanny was working, then tied the toy plane to himself with a rope, and without hesitation climbed up onto the roof. It turned out he wanted to test whether the toy plane could fly. Little did he know his action was extremely dangerous. Luckily his mom got off work and noticed it just in time, and quickly climbed up onto the roof, which barely saved her son's life. But as his toy plane crashed to the ground, a disaster soon followed. After getting home his mom immediately scolded Charlie, and warned him he was never allowed to touch the toy plane again, or she would lock him in the dark room. Right after that she threw the toy plane into the storage room, and tightly locked the storage door. No matter how desperately Charlie begged, his mom refused to take the plane back out. But right in the middle of their argument, something extremely creepy happened. The mom suddenly heard strange noises coming from the roof. Before she could even react, the toy plane suddenly burst in through the window, instantly smashing the glass inside the house, and then crazily crashing around the house. If this kept going, all the furniture would be destroyed. So the mom grabbed a broom to knock the plane down, but she had no idea this would completely anger the toy plane. As the toy plane began to glow with a bright red light, the mom screamed in terror on the spot, and Charlie hugged her out of fear. Unexpectedly, because of that, the toy plane's anger slowly faded away. Since the mom had been badly scared by what just happened, she had no choice but to allow her son to take the plane back to his room. But at the same time she realized something. After her son went back to his room she called her friend John, and told him everything about the toy plane. John quickly rushed over to Charlie's house, to figure out the secret behind the plane. John took advantage of Charlie falling asleep, and quietly took the toy plane from his hands. But strangely the plane had no hidden switches on the outside, and no place for batteries at all. So John pulled out a small knife from his pocket, and forcefully slashed it across the plane's body. But to his surprise the plane was incredibly hard, and no scratches appeared at all. After realizing how strange the plane was, John took the toy plane back to his lab, planning to carry out a deeper investigation. But what he never expected was that after scanning the toy plane, they found there were no electronic components inside, which instantly left them completely confused. Could it be that the toy plane had gained consciousness? To find out what material it was made of, John placed the toy plane under a hydraulic press, and slammed it down on the plane with the machine. But strangely after all that the plane was completely unharmed, without even the slightest scratch on its surface. At the same time, Charlie woke up to use the bathroom and learned the plane was at the lab. In order to rescue the toy plane, he ran out of the house in the middle of the night, and broke into the lab where John was. Taking advantage of John being distracted he quietly grabbed the plane. Charlie planned to find a chance to escape, but at that moment John noticed the plane was gone from the table. When he saw a shadow behind the cabinet, he immediately realized Charlie was stealing the plane, so he slowly walked toward the cabinet. But the next second the cabinet suddenly shook violently, and then crashed straight toward him. Taking the chance Charlie grabbed the plane and ran outside, but by then John had already triggered the lab alarm. As the lab entered lockdown mode, it looked like Charlie was in serious danger. Luckily Charlie had taken his dad's work badge before leaving, and used it to avoid the guards chasing him. Eventually he ran all the way to the top of the facility, but the guards quickly spotted him on the rooftop. To save the toy plane, Charlie quickly tied the plane to himself, as if understanding what Charlie wanted. The toy plane carried him straight into the endless